After 47,000 miles, it stopped being just a car. It became the chapter of your life. Through the worst, the first, and anything in between.
50,000 miles later, this is what I think about 2022 Corolla. After 45 to 50,000 miles, what you will notice is all the new car stuff wear off, all the tech features are not that important. And what matters the most by the end of the day is the comfort of the car. So let's talk about the interior of this car. The interior of this car is not good. It feels like it just works. It doesn't have anything special. But I have so much complaint from my brother, from my parents. No one in my family wants to take this car on a road trip when it's longer than like a 2-hour drive, unless they're the one driving it. This explains which seat is more focused on this car. And the second part is I cannot man spread on this car. Look. When I spread my knees, I touch this part and this part. And both of them are hard touch, by the way. And the third part is the interior is not that quiet, and then it doesn't have a good cup holders. For example, if I want to use Apple CarPlay and being connected, I have to use wired, which is okay, which is fixed for 2023. But the problem is here. You see, it fits. But if I try to plug it in like this, it's gonna stick out like this, which means it's gonna stick out like this. Which means if I speed around, it's gonna go like when I'm speed up. And as a result, if we're getting Starbucks, my passenger cannot get their Starbucks because my phone and my map is more important than their Starbucks. That's one part. And the second part is the space is not that good in the back seat. Let me show. This is me sitting behind myself. The seating position's upright. There's like 3 inches of leg room, which is good. The headroom's good. And when I close the door, it's good, but the only problem is you sit upright and the seats are not cushioned enough. Okay, so you may be wondering, what can fit in this car? Right, I can fit one person's like full airport trip bags. I can fit a restaurant depot cargo. I can fit myself in here. I can fit a mountain bike with the front wheels removed. So I think this is more than enough for a single person. Let me demonstrate how I fit in this car. It's trunk. Number one, I step in like this. I go in, and I go in, and then here I am. That's one. And then next to me, I can also fit another one of me. Well, guys, do not use this information for kidnapping, but you can technically fit 2 of me in this car. You might be wondering, how about under the hood on this car? Well, you're watching the wrong video because it's a Corolla video and there's nothing go wrong.
Well, that was true, but it was with an asterisk. Let's talk about that. The first thing that went wrong is the battery in this car. Other than that, everything is fine. But let's talk about the maintenance. In terms of maintenance, I've done 9 maintenance in the last 2 years. Out of all those 9, 4 of them were paid by Toyota and 5 of them were out of pocket. So Toyota service interval goes every 6,000 miles, and then they have 2 things they do each year. The first service is they do the inspection and tire rotations, and second service is that with the oil change. On average, oil change costs about $150, and then the basic inspection and tire rotation is like $40. So it costs around $200 each year if I'm doing it conservatively. But for me, I do oil change every time, so it's $152 times each year. That's $300 each year. With that being said, let's talk about behind the wheels over the last couple years.
That's when you floor it. It doesn't move that fast, but it will make you smile like the way it makes me smile. It doesn't have so much power, which is also part of the fun, because you can literally flat out this car for like 5 seconds and you won't get to 60. That is a bad part for most people, but it's a good part for me because I can floor it, I can hear the engine near the red line, and I can just drive it. Sometimes it's not the comfort and the flashiness of the car that matters the most. Maybe it's the way the car makes you feel. For me, this car has been a chapter of my life. This car will be the first of everything for a lot of people. Maybe that's a good thing because it's not that stressful, it doesn't have all those reliability problems, and it's just works, and it's like that one friend that you can count on every time. So people might be wondering, this car is not that comfortable, it's loud, and it's not that flashy. Why do I still keep owning this car? Well, there's two answers to it. Number one, it's cheap. Number two, it's fun. Well, let's talk about number one. The maintenance cost on the fuel efficiency that I'm getting right now is 32 to 36 miles per gallon. But I drive mostly on freeways for this car because it's more efficient on that way. And yearly maintenance is averaging around $200 a year. It's not that bad, but it could be cheaper because I usually do my maintenance at the dealership. And the second part, it's fun. Number one, this car still have a traditional combustion engine, so if you floor it, you can still hear it. Yes, it doesn't have a lot of torque. Yes, it doesn't have a lot of power. Yes, it doesn't have a lot of torque. Yes, it doesn't have a lot of power. But you know what this car have? A fun chassis and then a small car. The size advantage, let me say it. Now I'm gonna launch it. I'm gonna show you how bad the acceleration of this car. Traction control off. And boom. You see how there's like no torque? And I've been flooring it, and now I'm at like 45. And it's corners like these. This car pulls, it keeps pulling and doesn't give up. And it's what makes me fun. It's those corners that I'm spinning a little bit of wheel, having a little bit of fun, and braking, and chuck it in. And I don't even need to slow down that much. I don't need to worry about understeer because the car just light, and it's very hard to overwhelm the tires unless you're like doing it on purpose. Holy crap. Oh, also about the driver assistant technology, the adaptive cruise control. Yes, it have it. Yes, it works. It only works when you're like cruising on the freeway. It's not like a stop and go traffic kind of thing. By that I mean it's gonna slam on the brakes. It's gonna accelerate hard. It's not gonna be as smooth. The steering wheel assist, it exists, but it's not the best thing ever. So that's my takeaway of it.
Alright, it's time for conclusion. For conclusion, here are the three questions. Number one, what would I like Corolla to be improved on? Number two, what's the competition like in 2026? And then number three, would I buy that car again? So let's start with the first question. What would I like Corolla to improve on? Number one, I would like the car to be improved on the refinement very much because by this point, competition is really caught up. And then also, I would like the car to be improved on the newer technology features or like the lifestyle improvement. For example, knee padding. For example, bigger phone slot or better seats in general. And the second part, let me talk about the competition. In competition, you have Elantra, which is quite cheap to own and have much nicer interior. You have K4 Turbo, which you can get with a turbo engine. You have Mazda 3, which is more engaging to drive and safer. And then you have Honda Civic. It's just a better product overall, except the build quality. And then you have the tons of competition. So by 2026, Corolla, this generation have came out in 2019, so it's really behind and it should be improved right now. With that being said, it leads to the third question of would I buy that car again? The answer is absolutely. For me, that car has a nice amount of features such as adaptive cruise control, lane centering assist, Apple CarPlay, without having to go everything for a touchscreen, such as climating the touchscreen, adjusting my mirrors with the screen. Those things are not the thing in the Corolla, so I really appreciate that, and it's also fun to drive, unlike the one behind me. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment about it, and this car will be the car that's coming on the channel next. Thank you.